Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into another edition of Deportes Nation. Today we find ourselves near the Medical Center at the campus of Rice University. I'm Alex Parra. Thanks for being with us. Beside me, Mr. Victor Araiza. And today,
Hey,
Victor,
Alex.
we're watching college women's soccer. U of H, the Cougars, taking on Rice, the Owls.
Yeah, the Bayou Bucket, the soccer version. Obviously, a big rivalry here in the Bayou City, and the talent I think here has showcased some great goals.
You know, what's interesting, you talk about the history of soccer now in our city of Houston. This rivalry goes back 18 times. This is the 18th
Yeah.
time these teams have met. I don't know this. I got this information, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. The first time they met was in 2001.
Yeah.
Were you even
I
out of high
was.
school? Were you even born?
I was around. Yeah, yeah.
But that speaks, and maybe
Yeah.
maybe people out there don't really know that how
Right.
long this derby, to use a soccer term, this rivalry has been going on.
Right, and maybe in comparison, to the football and all the other sports, some might say, well, why didn't it start earlier, right? But I
Yeah.
think you mentioned, it's gotten some history now. It's gotten some years. Obviously, said 18 times. I think Rice still has the winning record, but UH is catching up.
Well, not only are the teams on the field doing well and improving every year, but this crowd behind us is amazing, Victor. I am so happy that women's soccer in our city is getting this kind of support. I would say 75, 80% full here at the stadium, but we need more. And this is, to me, a good sign for where the women's side of the sport is.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and especially you can see there's some red, some visiting Cougars also here. Like kind of gives it that good feel of from both sides, right? It's not just maybe completely a home crowd. There is some smack talk there, but I think all in good fun.
And also, I see a lot of young players. Rice Youth
Yeah.
Club is here. The ball boys and girls. I like that inclusion of the community at the youth level
Yeah.
for this level of soccer. In many ways, Victor, forgive me, because some of these ball boys and girls, one, they want to be playing here.
Yeah, and local professional player Jane Campbell, goalkeeper for the Houston Dash, up in the stands. You saw some of that. Some of the young players that
Yeah.
went up, asked for autographs. Good way for all the communities of soccer here to come together in this one game.
So let's talk a little bit about the U of H team. First of all, it's a team that's moving into the Big 12. Jaime Frias, second year in leading this Cougar team. This is not yet a Big 12 matchup, but they're going to have more difficult games as the season progresses. The Texases of the world are coming here, and
Yeah.
it's only going to get more difficult. So the team, as far as U of H goes, preparing for what's to come.
Yeah, and of course we know maybe a higher standard, especially with better recruiting classes coming through because of the conference alignment. I think, it's an exciting time around U of H soccer, like you mentioned, and hopefully it's on the up.
And on the Rice side, we know that this team has been traditionally here. They're in a different conference altogether. I don't want to say a different level because it's been very competitive today. Rice got out to an early lead,
Right.
by the way, so anything can happen inside the field. But where do you see Rice athletics in general going? You know, pretty soon they'll face each other, U of H, the Bayou Bucket, as you mentioned.
Right.
And then Rice plays UT in American football. I mean, there's a big discrepancy there. No disrespect to Rice.
We got the baseball field right here, and I
That's right.
think that's the one sport that Rice has been known for. Other than that, I think we start to see the athletics growing here at Rice University. Obviously, as different universities change their approach to more of a focus on athletics, we're seeing that with U of H as well, right? I mean, there's been a huge investment over the years. When we go from the top, with football, with basketball, but like you said, maybe it trickles down a little bit to some soccer as well, and of course a winning start here for the Cougars.
Let's end on this, Victor. For any of you that are watching this and one day you want your children to come to either one of these universities, I think that's a great goal to have. And why not have, if you're a soccer player, if you're a soccer family, for that to be an extension of their youth and high school playing. I think it's very doable. And the great level of soccer, we have two universities, several others, right here in the city with a tradition. I love talking about that. When I grew up in Houston, we just didn't have that back in I won't mention the 80s, a long time ago. But I think it's legit to talk about building this tradition and hopefully generation after generation of Houston families that love the sport can participate in this kind of rivalry.
Yeah, and support it as well, right? I mean, I think that's one of the things we see here today. Maybe not everybody gets the opportunity, right, to be
Yeah.
a college athlete, but you see plenty of support just based on the university alone.
Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to be out here to promote the women's side of soccer, in this case, NCAA Division I college soccer. So this is one of the stories we want to tell. There's so much to tell when it comes to soccer, when it comes to Houston, when it comes to soccer throughout the state of Texas. On behalf of our production crew, on behalf of Victor, I'm Alex Parra. I got that right finally. I'm Alex Parra. Thanks for joining us and being part of this latest edition of Deportes Nation.